TPF, trips, places, and fun. As many of you know, Branson has been trending lately for some of the wrong reasons, and as a result, people have been asking, should I come to Branson? Should I cancel my Branson trip? We just wanted to address that a little bit today. First, we wanted to start by saying that we are here at the site where the protests and counter-protests were taking place, and the hateful words of one or two people do not represent our town. So we just wanted to start by saying that our town is much more and much better than has been shared in that trending video. So we wanted to talk to you about that question, address that question. Should I come to Branson? What is Branson all about?
So here we are. This is the site of the protest. I drove by here actually a couple times. There were two different protests. I drove through. I'll put up some video. You can take a look at that. Just a quick drive-by. But it was generally very peaceful and respectful, and the police did a remarkable job. And so you know, you might have seen all of these pictures, and it's really a very small area that, you know, they were just standing basically where we are and also across the street. And if you look you know, down this way, we have Dolly Parton Stampede down there. We've got a roller rink. There's an ice cream shop right over there, and people were walking their dogs and eating ice cream. And you know, there's a neighborhood back there. We used to actually live right back there, and you know, so what we're trying to communicate is that, you know, life is going on here, and there's a lot of people in town here in Branson, a whole heck of a lot of people.
Right, and so we want to say that we don't consider these protests to be scary or dangerous. You know, people are exercising their right to protest. In fact, on both sides, they were doing that. And they've done that here peacefully for the most part. Now, the trending viral video did show some people saying hateful, negative things. Again, we want to reiterate that that is not how Branson as a whole feels about things.
Right, and you know, and I think it's fair to say, Amy, that different people have different experiences. We definitely don't want to speak for everybody, but we've lived here now for about 5 years, and I grew up here. I graduated high school here. My parents lived here. My dad was an exec at Silver Dollar City for 27 years. So, boy, we've got some history, and it has been, honestly, for us, our experience, nothing but wonderful, good, clean family fun, and to date, that certainly hasn't changed.
Branson is home. Branson feels like home. And if I had to choose anywhere in the USA to live right now, I would choose Branson. I love it that much. We've lived a lot of different places. In fact, in my 43 years of life, I have lived in over 30 different homes.
Wow. And
I still choose Branson. And we'll talk to you more about why. After a couple months of closure, Branson is becoming busy again. You can see we're here on the main drive on 76 where it is busy. We've got some shows that have opened again in town, including the one behind me. This is a brand new show called Jesus the Experience. This will be here for a few more weeks, so check that out. Noah is back at Sight and Sound. We saw this about 10 years ago, and I hear it's changed some. And this is a great show for one season only, so get out to see Noah if you can. What else do we have going on, John?
I think Buckets and Boards.
Oh yeah, lots of different shows.
I mean, just lots and lots of shows.
The Stampede is opening shortly. Dolly Parton Stampede will be opening soon.
And you've got Yakov, Dr. Yakov.
Oh yes, Dr. Yakov. In fact, if you've seen his building where he is performing now, it has Yakov's face with a mask on. So I think now that he's Dr. Yakov, maybe he's going to kind of capitalize, you know, on that.
I don't think he's a medical doctor.
Yeah, probably not, but I bet you he has some jokes.
Oh, he does have jokes,
yeah.
I know that. He's a doctor of jokes,
yes.
Of jokeology.
Yeah, well, I think he has a doctorate in more than just jokeology, but I'm sure he's incorporating all of that into his fun comedy routine. So lots of stuff to do and see here. We'll kind of go up and down the strip. We know the track is open, it's hopping. Silver Dollar City is open at long last. We've already been there a couple times this year. You can see some of those videos if you're interested in what it was like with all the new regulations and, you know, the masks and all of that.
Yeah, and so like Whitewater too, Amy, is just rocking lately, and so the questions I think that people have, I mean, it's kind of crazy. We have the recent medical issue that's taken the world by storm, and then add to that, of course, we've already addressed the protest, and there's all sorts of just crazy. So it makes sense that people would ask, wow, is Branson ready for guests? And You know, so we're trying to help answer some of those questions.
Yeah, and now that's not to say things aren't a little different this year. They are, of course. And if you watch our Silver Dollar City videos, you will see some of those changes. But it's going to be like that anywhere in the world. You know, there are things that are uncomfortable. There are things that are not fun as we are all navigating a global pandemic. We know that there is some tension over there, some racial tension out there, and we are all navigating that. But here in Branson, we feel like we can find common ground with whoever you are, wherever you come from. There is common ground to be found.
Yep, so let's see what else is going on here in Branson.
Most of the Branson restaurants are now dine-in. So in case you are looking to find a place to eat out, you can do that here in Branson. We haven't actually been to Getting Basted yet, but that's one we're looking to try here soon.
People keep honking. They're honking and they're waving at us.
Yeah, we have gotten so many honks and waves today trying to do this. But Getting Basted gets amazing reviews, so we're gonna have to check that out. You should too. And then of course, behind me, Wonderworks is now open. The Upside Down House right there.
We did a video there, right?
We did. We have a video that we did a couple weeks ago that you can check out. We had a whole lot of fun.
Yep. And so, you know what? People in Branson are unbelievably generous, aren't they?
We have seen so many great things in this community. I think being a tourist community, we have been very...
Hey, there's a cool horn. That one.
A cool horn. We have been very impacted, of course, by the closure due to the pandemic. However, now that people are coming back to town, we have seen the generosity of both locals and tourists alike. In fact, our son, who works for us
Wait, you've got to build this up. This is crazy. He called me last night and he's like, Dad, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
We actually thought that something might be wrong because he was so animated. But our son, who works for us at the Axe game, coached a 60-minute session, as he often does.
9 people.
And it is, normally they are tipped, and so usually our coaches will,
about 20%.
You know, maybe, yeah, about 20% tips. But he was given a $657 tip for 1 hour.
You know, I was kind of supposed to take that session, but he took it.
So what a
$657.
blessing. And we have seen that from tourists coming into our community, wanting to bless the local businesses here. We've seen our community respond to the issues here and, you know, make sure people are fed, make sure people have had what they needed as they were unemployed and things like that. So a wonderful thing about Branson is the generosity of both the locals and the tourists.
Yeah, you know, even at the Axe game, you know, talking about tips, it's been off the charts in terms of tips. You know, that's the big one. That's a giant
yeah, that's
one.
a bit. But
$100 tips are not uncommon at all.
And we've seen so much of that since we reopened, of people coming and wanting to bless our staff. And it's just been, I mean, it's not expected, but it's always a blessing when we see that happen. Branson is still a wonderful place to come. Of course, things have changed a little bit, but we still think Branson is a great place to vacation. One thing we love about Branson is we do welcome people from everywhere. And you come to Branson and you can meet people from all over the U.S. and even all over the world.
Yeah, and I think the word to use, Amy, is diverse.
Yeah.
And so I love that. You know, running our businesses. One of my favorite things is meeting new people from everywhere, from nearby different cities around Missouri, Arkansas, but then also from far away, and like you said, even other nations. And so Branson is a wonderful family place. Absolutely.
So due to that viral video that has trended recently, people may be asking the question, is Branson a racist town? Now, it isn't something that we have seen much here ourselves. Is there some of it here? Are there people here that are racist? There may be. However, I would never consider Branson a racist town. This is a place that welcomes all people.
Bottom line is we love it here. We absolutely love it here. Branson's an amazing family-centered place, right?
Yes, lots of people having fun here at Whitewater today. And in closing, we would love to welcome you to Branson. If you are considering putting off or canceling a Branson vacation due to a viral negative video, please do not. That is not representative of our town. Branson is an amazing place for family-friendly fun. Safe travels, everyone.